Okay, today is Friday, July 20th. We are on our second leg of our journey. We are in Seattle, Washington, and we're going to be heading toward where? Sacramento, California. It's going to be, well, we were supposed to leave about 9:45 this morning. We are about a half hour after that right now, so it's at least 10:15 right now, so we're a little bit late getting going. They say we're going to make up time probably on our trip, but we'll see about that. But we're sitting on the side. Yeah.
If we were going to make up time, it would have to be on the trip, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I'm just going by what they say.
I'm just going
by what they say. I'm just repeating. I'm just repeating what I heard.
You said,
okay.
We'll probably make up time.
Yes.
Probably on our trip.
Yes.
And I'm just saying there's no other way to make up time, is there?
Well, that's true, but I'm just repeating what I've heard. But needless to say, we asked to sit on the west side of the train so that we can see the ocean and all the coast and all the beautiful stuff. As we drive, as we travel south, we will get to Sacramento about 6:15 tomorrow morning. Could be 6:25, 6:40, whenever. But riding a train, when you ride a train, you're not going for accuracy. You're going for relaxation, and that's what we're doing, right, honey?
Yes. Okay. So keep going.
Yes.
I'll get a chance.
What? No, you say
I'll get
what
a
you
chance
say.
to speak in here.
Now talk.
Can you all see me okay? Hey. Guess who we had dinner with? Was it last night?
Oh, it's 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. We are such folks on celebrity status that we had a gentleman fly in to buy us dinner.
From Wyoming. Mm-hmm.
Now, I initially was thinking, Taco Bell or something like that. Subway or something, but he was thinking something a little different than that. He said, yeah, I know this seafood place, good seafood place there, and I want to buy you guys dinner. So, of course, we said, okay. And so we meet him, and we go in this restaurant. It's, what was it, Metropolitan Grill? The Metropolitan Grill.
Make sure that you have a credit card if you do go there, because...
Yeah, serious credit card.
Serious. No limit credit card.
Serious credit card.
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking around the menu, and I'm like, man, I might just get an appetizer for what everything cost.
Yeah.
But he said, nope. Whatever you want, I want to do it. And then he said, now, remind you that we won't do this again.
Right.
So you better. So I had to prime him.
I think it broke him.
I don't think it broke him.
Oh, okay.
I think it made a dent, though.
A big dent.
So I had the prime rib and mashed potatoes.
And I had salmon and mashed potatoes.
Let me just say that her salmon was $44. Yeah, that's right. $44.
Yes.
Did you hear me? Okay, I'm sorry. Not 33 and a half. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Anyway, okay, well, we have to stop for now because our conductor, somewhere back there she is. She's going to make sure that we are valid. Okay, we're back. Now that they know that we're valid. Okay.
Okay, now they know that we're valid. We already knew that, but
we knew that.
Sometimes you just have to just go along with the program. But anyway, so her dinner was, she had salmon, mashed potatoes, and water. And of course they brought out bread and the whole deal. Was $44.
Oh, I thought Aren't you ever going to talk about who this special person was?
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, people are falling asleep right now.
I don't care.
Okay, all right.
If you fall asleep, you miss it.
Okay, there you go.
So, and then my prime rib was, I'm gonna get up a little closer and whisper this, $56 for a 12-ounce prime rib. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
You get a whole prime for 60? Nah, probably 80, 90.
But there was no salad, and it was just a big scoop of mashed potatoes. It was a big scoop.
Yes. But anyway. So now everybody's wondering, who is this guy that flew in from Wyoming to meet with folks who he obviously feels are celebrity status folks? Well, I'm going to tell you who it is.
We had it all the way to
No, you're not.
I'm going to tell you who it is. Do you remember the guy that stayed with us? Jake? Yep, it was him. Yeah, it was him. He came in.
Yeah, because we're an Airbnb. For those of you who don't know, we have an Airbnb in Elkhart, Indiana. And he stayed with us January, February, and March. And he's like in his mid-30s. He was doing a job there. And we just got a message on our phone from people we're going to go see on Sunday in Antioch, California. Anyway, so he flew in and he took us to dinner at this place that I felt guilty just looking at the menu.
But he assured us that this was something that he wanted to do.
Yes.
And we weren't twisting arms or trying to reach into his pocket and get out them credit cards. We wasn't doing none of that stuff. So he wanted to do it. So what do you say? Okay. That's what we said, right?
We said, okay.
We said what?
Okay.
That's what we said.
That's what we said, because that's just who we are.
Yeah.
Anyway, so now we're going to be on this train for about 20 hours. We're supposed to get in about 6:15 tomorrow morning into Sacramento. We'll see how they do. We'll see.
Yes.
And so I guess, anything else?
Nope. I'm ready to eat.
He's always ready to eat.
Watch it. Slim. You watch it, Slim.
So one other thing I wanted to go over. What?
No, it wasn't going when you first said it.
Well, it just wasn't. The numbers weren't moving. But anyway, okay. The other thing I wanted to go through. When we got to Seattle, we were in Seattle for 4 days. So we got there on Monday, the 16th of July, 2018, and we had no idea what we wanted to see. Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Go on and tell your story.
Okay. So we get to Seattle. Stop it. We get to Seattle, and all we knew is that we wanted to see the Space Needle. Well, something about riding on an Amtrak train is you get to talk to people who've been places before and heard things. So we were told about Chihuly Garden and Glass. We highly recommend it. Let me see. We went to the Space Needle. We got a city pass, which is a good idea because it cuts your tourist attractions, 5 of them, in half, the cost in half, if you buy a city pass. So we saw the Space Needle, we saw Chihuly Garden and Glass, we saw the Seattle Aquarium. It was okay. I think it's better for kids, in my opinion, because I'm not into looking at fish, and the octopus that they had on special, not special, but display, whatever, he was sleeping, all curled up. So the jellyfish were kind of neat. The otters were really neat. But other than that, just a lot of
Don't mind
fish.
me, I'm on my phone right now. Go ahead, honey.
Okay. Anyway, so let me see. Then we also went to the Museum of Pop Culture. Again, well, if you were a child of the 60s, 70s, it might be kind of interesting. But if you wanted to see Marvel Comics stuff or some other, I can't remember, there was something else too, you had to pay another ticket while you're inside to go see those things. But we got to see stuff about Jimi Hendrix, and that was kind of interesting because, like, I was in junior high when he died. But I knew about him. And then what was the fifth thing? Oh, we went on a cruise.
Now, we're going to record this just so you guys can see.
That's Chihuly Glass.
That's Chihuly Glass.
You'll have to look it up. It's Chihuly. Look
Yes.
it up on the internet. They'll show pictures.
Just totally different.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, so, okay, gotta get this out of here. Okay, so the fifth thing that we saw, but we actually did it first, was we went on an excursion on the bay, on the Sound. I guess it's like Elliott Bay that becomes Puget Sound, but we went through the locks, and so that's just kind of a little an upgrade on your city pass. Totally worth it. It lasts a little over 2 hours. I have some video of it, parts of it. They have a tour guide that tells you all about, like, when the Beatles were there and this one hotel and how they would fish out the window. People would fish out the hotel window.
They failed to open in time. They didn't open until 2 weeks after the fair was entirely over. So in order to recoup some of their costs, they came up with this clever idea of opening a bait and tackle shop in the lobby and allowing people to fish out the windows. For those of you who are fisher folk, this sounds pretty cool, right? Turn on the weather, fish right out the window, catch me a 15-pound salmon. There's a couple issues though. One is, what do you do when a guy above you catches one at 4 o'clock in the morning and it's smacking against your window when he's reeling it in? The other thing is, well, what do you do once you get into your room? Right? They had people sliding fish under the beds, hiding behind the curtains, pouring table salt into the bathtub and dropping the fish in there. Swim, little fishy. This, by the way, is just a really quick way to kill a fish. Table salt and sea salt, nothing alike. This went on until the 80s, so for more than 20 years, you could fish out these windows. Edgewater's other big claim to fame is this is our rock and roll hotel. Most of the major rock acts come here to stay. It's surrounded on 3 sides by water, so that makes security much less of an issue. And that was all started off by a fairly well-known band from Liverpool. The Beatles stay there in their 1964 World Tour. They actually got their picture taken fishing out of one of those windows for the cover of Life magazine.
Okay, my phone rang, and so I had to kind of cut it off. But anyway, so totally fascinating. That I would highly recommend. And we do want to go to Seattle again. We'll probably go on some other kind of little cruise or go on a ferry, maybe. Okay, show what you were going to show. We got cut off again. What is that? Is that at the aquarium?
Yes.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, there you go. So, we got one thing out of it. A picture, a few pictures. So, oh yes. So there are ferries, there are water taxis, there's just all kinds of stuff. Now, what I would also recommend, and he's looking for more pictures, so you may see more pictures, is I would not recommend renting a car at all while you're in Seattle. Do not rent a car. We're so glad we didn't, because the hills are phenomenal. I mean, the hills steep, great. They're like this, down by the waterfront and everywhere else in Seattle. So we took Uber. We became Oh, yeah. Oh, that was our cruise.
That was when we were on
boat.
the cruise.
Yes.
Now, let me say this, and you all aren't going to believe it, but we don't really care whether you believe it or not. I'm just going to say it.
As long as you and I both believe it. That's
Right,
what's
we believe
really
it.
important. Yeah. Yeah.
We put down $3 on this boat. So we're looking for them to left our number and see if they would get back with us on that. See, really excited about it.
I didn't
Real
know
nice
that.
boat.
I didn't know that. You didn't tell me.
Stop the recording.
No.
Stop
Okay.
the
So
recording.
anyway,
Stop the recording.
no, we're going to go on. So anyway, take Uber. It's especially if you do express pool, it's very reasonable. We found that we probably saved money over renting a car because then we didn't have to find parking spaces or parking lots. We didn't have to take taxis. And everything in Seattle is kind of expensive, but it is a tourist place, so it's kind of expected. So just make sure you have a lot of money when you come. What are you doing? Stop that. Okay, so my husband he's kind of a rascal.
You just do it to you because you're
Okay.
monopolizing the video.
Yes, I am, because I
Okay,
have
well
something
then
to
just
say.
show yourself.
Well, it's wide though, so, and people still want to look at you.
No, I don't want people to look at me when I can't see them.
Okay, well then I have to move it closer. All right. So I don't have much more to say, I don't think.
Yeah.
Space Needle, really
Right.
cool. You can go up it twice. Once, your ticket will allow you to go once before 8 p.m. and then once after 8 p.m. And it's open till like 11 o'clock at night. We did not want to stay in town that long because we get tired because of all the hills, because we had to do a lot of walking. So we just got tired. We stayed at an Airbnb.
Less is more.
We stayed at an Airbnb. It was fun. And I think that's all I have to say for now.